In so many communities in northern Nigeria today, learning has stopped, school bells have stopped ringing, and the classrooms are empty. For thousands of children in Nigeria, learning has been replaced by fear. Over the last decade, Nigeria has become one of the most dangerous places. Since the Chibok tragedy in 2014, attacks in schools have multiplied. UNICEF and Save the Children confirmed over 1,680 school children abducted, more than 180 killed, 60 school staff kidnapped from 2014 and 2022. Recent analysis showed the number is now far higher. Over 2,400 students abducted in about 90 school attacks across Nigeria, and the violence continues. Just recently, armed men killed a vice principal and abducted over 25 girls in Kebbi State. Days later, about 303 students and teachers were kidnapped from Niger State, with hundreds still missing. Come on, these are children who simply went to school and never came home. But governments often respond in one way: they shut the schools down. UNICEF says school data from 2023 shows that at least 723 schools were closed in just 9 states, most of them in North, because of insecurity, displacement, and disasters. Nigeria is a signatory to the Safe Schools Declaration, a global commitment to protect education from attack and to keep learning going even in conflict settings. In line with that, we developed the National Policy on Safety, Security, and Violence-Free Schools, a comprehensive blueprint that clearly spells out how schools should prevent, prepare for, respond to, and recover from attacks. But here's the painful truth: while the policy is alive on paper, too many schools are dying in reality. Every unprotected school, every abducted student, every teacher left vulnerable is evidence that the Safe School Declaration and this policy are not being implemented as urgently and consistently as they should be. UNICEF estimates that more than 1 million Nigerian children are afraid to return to schools because of insecurity. But this story does not have to end in fear. We can keep schools open and keep our children safe if we act boldly and urgently. Number 1, activate school community safety committees. Every school should have a functional safety committee with parents, teachers, youth, security actors, students, and traditional leaders working together to assess risk and respond early. 2, implement early warning and rapid response system for communities. Thirdly, we should implement layered security such as fencing, controlled entry points, safe perimeter fencing, lightning, basic surveillances, community watch groups. These are practical measures that work. We should also facilitate training for teachers and learners on emergency drills, evacuation, basic safety protocols, psychosocial first aid. And we should fully implement this national policy for safety and violence-free schools. In Young Leaders Network, we have worked with government and communities to domesticate this policy in Bauchi and Yobe states, training teachers, building community safety structures, and advocating for secure learning spaces. But the scale of the crisis demands far more. At this point, we call on governments. No child should choose between learning and surviving. No teacher should risk death to teach. So government, security agencies, traditional leaders, and communities make safe schools a national emergency. Not tomorrow, we mean now. To parents and young people and community leaders, we need to ask our leaders, where is our school safety plan? How are you protecting our children? We must prioritize school safety today.